Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. It's almost like a special skill or like a magic trick, a certain ability that Democrats have to always twist things to make themselves the victim. Everybody else is a big mean bully, the left tells you, and them, of course, they're the good guys. We're the honest, full of integrity, compassionate liberals is what they want to convince you of, but they're telling you that while being utterly dishonest, totally misleading, pushing propaganda, and we always know, in the end, they prove themselves to be the true bigots, the ones lacking compassion. I call it the Ellen DeGeneres phenomenon, the Chrissy Teigen phenomenon, pick your poison. I'm such a compassionate, full of love, bouncy, bubbly Democrat, and then behind the scenes, well, you kinda get it. They're abusive to their staff, they're absolutely vile and aggressive, and it seems as though all they're really doing is running a con on the American people to enrich themselves. For more dollar and more internet and Hollywood clout, they play the role of a compassionate liberal. Well, it seems as though we have another one to add to the list, Mrs. Stephanie Ruhle from MSNBC. You know, the same person that Elon Musk savagely destroyed on Twitter during a very short interaction the other day. Well, instead of letting it go, Mrs. Stephanie Ruhle dedicated a portion of her show on MSNBC, I believe at 11 p.m. Eastern, to tackling the Elon Musk problem. And within this little segment, within this little snippet, she showed exactly what kind of a liar she really is. A terrible one, a propagandist. As she feigned virtue and attempted to seal the moral high ground, she outed herself as a complete, dishonest, lying MSNBC hack, which surprises a total of 0 people. And it's exactly that, folks. There are 0 honest people at MSNBC. If you had a shred of real credibility and integrity, you wouldn't be working at MSNBC in the first place. Let me show you guys exactly what happened here. Let's continue to dismantle the Democrat lies. We've got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, friends, take a look at this. MSNBC anchor calls Elon Musk a bully after he mocks Hunter Biden and her network on Twitter. So we all know the context of what happened. Elon Musk posts this tweet, Hunter Biden every time he buys crack and hookers, with a bunch of cameras. Of course, we covered it in the previous video. Stephanie Ruhle responded, imagine the positive impact you could have on the world if you use the extraordinary amount of influence and power you have to spread decency, kindness, and positivity. To which Elon Musk responded, imagine if MSNBC did that. I mean, a legendary internet KO. There's nothing really else that needs to be said. But instead of just taking the L and moving on with her life, Stephanie Ruhle tried to twist history, rewrite history, I guess you could say, and here's the little segment that she did on it.
The last thing before we go tonight, Elon Musk's missed opportunity. Every night, this show tries to help people get better and smarter, to be kind, and to use this space as a force for good. Our hope is that others, especially those with huge influence, will do the same. That's why when I saw Elon Musk, founder of Tesla, world's richest guy, father of at least 9, sent a trolling tweet that involved hookers and cocaine, I got to thinking, with so much influence, why wouldn't this person rise up and be a force for good? He has millions of followers and young people worship him, including my own teenage sons. Last year, he shared with the world that he has Asperger's. It was vulnerable and it was inspiring, which is why it baffles me that a man literally on top of the world would ever waste his time punching down. He may have more money than anyone on earth, but he doesn't have more time than you or me or anyone. So why waste his? Why not spend the earned influence and capital he has to lift people up rather than behave like a bully? He's an unconventional guy, and there are tons of good reasons to break tradition and change the game. But I see absolutely no reason to give up on common decency. If anyone can do this, if anyone can actually unite us to do good, it might actually be Elon Musk. And now I know that last night I sat here and I closed this show asking you not to get distracted by the Trump-Musk sideshow. And yet here I am, 24 hours later, still talking about that guy. But I would argue in this case, it is always a good time to call for decency. Please
Now, did you notice it? And I don't mean the pretentious, self-righteous BS. When she described the meme that Elon Musk posted, she referred to it as a meme about crack and hookers or cocaine and hookers. That is not at all what that meme was about, and she knows that. She deliberately misrepresented the situation to her boomer audience. I mean, those are the only people watching MSNBC anyways, who probably aren't paying attention on Twitter or don't exist on Twitter, to rewrite history in her own benefit, to manipulate the audience. This is textbook media propaganda. She didn't say that Elon Musk posted a Hunter Biden meme and that there's currently a massive Hunter Biden scandal involving the president of the United States. What she did was totally misrepresent the meme in order to make Elon Musk just seem like a terrible guy on Twitter who's posting insensitive stuff. She then had the audacity to mention his Asperger's, and all the while was just pretending to be a concerned mother because her children idolize Elon Musk. You could tell there's something personal there, and did nothing but condescend. I mean, how utterly disgraceful is this individual? There's dishonesty, and then there's left-wing media dishonest. They know exactly what they're doing. She knows what she's doing. You don't get to the top of the media world by being an incompetent. I mean, maybe Don Lemon is an exception, but for the most part, you don't. Brian Stelter and these types of individuals say all kinds of ridiculous stuff all the time, but to chalk it up to just pure incompetency would not be accurate. These people are intelligent. They just lack a basic moral foundation and have absolutely no problem lying and manipulating their audience. That is exactly what we're seeing here. Everything uttered in this little segment was a lie. We here at MSNBC only talk about how to better the world, how to be decent human beings. Do I even really need to debunk that? MSNBC is one of the most hateful, vile, miserable places on TV. Of course, that standard only exists towards Democrats. Anybody on the right side of the spectrum is enemy number one, and that's exactly what they're doing here with Elon Musk. The only reason they're going after Elon Musk is because he's perceived these days, at least, as right-wing. And what she meant by her initial response to Elon Musk about using his influence and power to spread decency, kindness, and positivity, what a real issue is, why is Elon Musk using his power and influence to spread an anti-left-wing message? Because of course, in their mind, decency and kindness is only correlated with leftism now, isn't it? A complete scam. Not to mention the idea that Elon Musk isn't changing the world for better is a complete farce. I know a lot of people are doubting him these days because he's backing out of the Twitter deal. We went over that the other day. But what other billionaires other than Donald Trump and Elon Musk are actually fighting for the basic tenet of free speech? Name a single one. Sounds to me like the two major enemies of MSNBC and these other left-wing networks and activists on Twitter are actually the only ones spreading decency and positivity and kindness. The real difference is one group is totally fake, the other is not. It's a damn con job with these leftoids. We're so tolerant and kind, compassionate. We're such good people. But it seems like every second week, they're celebrating in the demise of other individuals. What I mean by demise is loss of life. The same side claiming that they're the side of decency and respect and kindness is the same side that literally celebrates loss of life on the Republican side. We all remember what happened when Donald Trump's brother died, or what happened when Rush Limbaugh died, or Herman Cain. No, but of course not. No, but of course, Elon Musk is the bully. Donald Trump is the real bully. Joe Rogan is the real bully. Even though all these media goons, all they ever seem to do is try to attack and destroy anybody who gains any type of relevance on the right-wing side. Governor Ron DeSantis comes up and he's met with nothing but slander and attacks. Joe Rogan, who from my understanding is a left-winger, is merely perceived as a right-winger, is merely perceived as conservative based on a couple of his stances, and especially his anti-wokeness, and he becomes public enemy number one from these left-wing online bullies. And now same thing with Elon Musk. Stephanie Rule questions, why isn't Elon Musk trying to lift people up? Well, you know what? I think Elon Musk has done enough lifting people up. I think the thousands upon thousands of jobs that he's created, good paying jobs for people, the lives that he's changed, I think he's lifted up a whole lot more people than you're giving him credit for. Not to mention all the people who have invested invested in his companies and have made incredible wealth for themselves. Not to mention the fact that he's changing the world with his technology and his companies. But no, of course, it's Stephanie Ruhle at MSNBC, lying propagandist, who's really lifting people up by virtue signaling on Twitter once a week. I mean, the total lack of perspective is just unbelievable from these people. You're not who you think you are, and you are not making the point that you think you're making. Once again, you make the point that you are a liar and a hack. You're not the compassionate person, the compassionate liberal you claim to be. And the most important part, you show exactly what kind of a propagandist you are in your inability to even utter the words Hunter Biden. The meme wasn't about cocaine and hookers. The meme was about Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden. Words and syllables you cannot pronounce because you are an utterly disgraceful, dishonest, non-journalist, a mainstream media puppet propagandist. You stand on no high ground, and especially no moral high ground. But it is what it is, folks. MSNBC strikes again. Or rather, strikes out again. That's what I got for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.